How's it going today? It's 18th of May, Saturday, and we are taking a look at a market, what kind of opportunities we can find. In this video, let's take a look at a problem and perhaps we'll put together a solution to this problem, right? In this video, we're going to be taking a look at press release after the 1 million fund to help more councils combat fly tipping. Grants awarded across 26 local authorities to target fly tipping hotspots, right? It's a big problem. I think there are a lot of solutions, and I was taking a look at even previously that would be CCTV cameras and potentially those cameras recognizing faces, right? So that's the solution that I was thinking of, and there's potentially bounty of 1 million, right? So let's. I haven't read this article. Let's read this article and see what we can find. If anything, we can take a look at some of the solutions, right? 26 councils will receive share of almost £1 million boost to share to put step up the battle against fly tipping and battle better protect communities. Recycle minister. There's the names there. Let's skip names. So if anything, just summary, right? So potentially finance 1 million allocation 26 councils, right? Problem fly tipping. Let's try to understand it. The grant will support various schemes to take the fight here, waste criminal. Okay, waste. Okay. Such as increase in CCTV cameras in hotspots areas. AI assisted cameras technology. That's what I thought. And companies to raise households awareness of the duty to only use licensed waste companies when getting rid of rubbish. Okay, it's everywhere. This kind of problem I can see everywhere compared to perhaps other countries. It's a nationwide problem. Some of the people are set in their ways how we would get rid of unnecessary things or household things, right? This round will see 26 local authorities across England benefit from the grant of up to 50,000, including the London. Okay. There's a different councils there, right? So the cameras. So this is potentially a solution. It's not necessarily limited to the solution, but there's a different solutions available, right? I have seen some of these technologies, how fast cameras would be able to recognize people's faces and potentially social credit system. So that would have wider implications later on, where people would get score based on their behavior. Either way, there are some of the bullet points after the London Borough or House Law will be installing CCTV cameras. Okay, so there's more cameras, right? And PR reader to better identify offenders while directly informing residents about current waste disposal methods. They're going a little bit more in detail, but I think they keep repeating the same thing, and not necessarily. I'm interested in reading that. I thought how business would be able to offer solutions, or it's not necessarily what they're looking for. So I thought if that's a bounty, 1 million, perhaps they could support 10 different projects who would be able to solve this problem, perhaps even better ways, right? If that would be an option, perhaps more, I don't know, statistically, perhaps younger people causing a most amount of problems, if you would ask me. So perhaps education system and some improvements that could be made there for younger adults, I don't know, 10-year-olds going up to 20-year-olds, right? So perhaps that's time or when impact needs to be made for people to be more conscious about the actions and what the not necessarily best actions will lead to, right? The grants totaling combined, they're close to a million, right? Announced they will build on almost 1.2 million, which has already been allocated since 2022 across 32 other local authorities as a part of fly tipping intervention grant scheme. In the previous round, DAFRA, that would be potentially environment agency, funding helped. There's the name of the council install fencing and gates to prevent access to fly tipping hotspots. Okay. I don't know. It's kind of funny, I guess. It's a real problem. So fly tipping decreased by 100% in these areas in the following 3 months, and all councils save approximately 4,150 pounds in the waste removal and cleanup cost over the period. This and other case studies are from. Okay. So how can engage, and who would be department? Would that be DAFRA? I don't think that's the right department, right? Perhaps government wouldn't be interested in introducing a number of initiatives, right? If we're only gonna be looking at cameras, I don't know if that would do most impact. Perhaps other initiatives could help as well. Under Prime Minister, there's anti-social behavior action plan. We increased the upper limit of the spot fines. Okay, so we're increasing penalties and up to 1,000, and for littering to 500 pounds in July 2023. Later regulations to ring fence the money raised by a council from litter or fly tipping penalties for enforcement and cleanup activities, which came into force in 1st of April 2024 very recently, and published league tables of fly tipping enforcement to show which councils are taking the strongest approach. Okay. A council can issue on the spot fines by fly tippers and can stop, search, and seize vehicles suspected of being used for fly tipping. Local authorities are also able to issue penalties to householders who pass their waste to unlicensed carriers, as the waste is likely to be found fly tipped. I don't know. So the same people, same solutions. I would say this is what's really happening, right? Perhaps they should be considering how to think outside the box, alternative solutions, many ways of solving this problem, right? Further reforms include tougher background checks for waste operators, as well as mandatory digital waste tracking, which will be enable authorities to identify and then the waste drops out of the system, as well as households to check if the waste has been disposed properly. We are also working hard with the National Fly Tipping Prevention Group to create the new fly tipping toolkit, which incorporates guides on how councils and all others can prevent robust cases to courts, set out to run effective local partnerships to tackle fly tipping, and raise awareness of the households and all businesses' waste duty of care, with the further parts to come. So, roughly about 3 additional measures they're looking to introduce, and if anything, I would bring one last point, perhaps education. Perhaps that's one of the key components missing, right? As younger adults and education. Thanks for watching. See you next one.